Order. Let the record show that the Commissioner President, Commissioner Owens is absent today. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we don't have any minutes to approve.
Yes, sir. You should.
I have them somewhere, but I don't know what I'm here now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me read it.
Motion to approve.
There's motion.
Second.
Any corrections? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. All right, I didn't get any sheets for our citizens' comments. Anybody want to speak? If you do, let me know so I can fill out the form there. Thank you. Nothing else? Then, before we do 6, I know Judge Claus is going to has to go, so I'm going to move them up forward. And item 13, what it is we already voted and approved this, but because they canceled the flooding in McAllen, he just put it again. We don't have to vote on it, just for informational purposes, that he's going to go on that day after they canceled it. Well, they didn't cancel. They postponed it and moved it to the 30th to the 1st. So all this just informational purpose. We don't need to vote on it or anything else. Any questions from Mr. Judge? Thank you, Judge. Okay. All right, next we're going to do presentation of the 4-H ambassador to update commissioners on the Val Verde 4-H and youth development. Emily? All my ambassadors come up here. Good morning, all you guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners and everybody who's here. And this morning I'd like to introduce some of our Val Verde 4-H ambassadors. So the 4-H Ambassador Program was created this year, and the goals of the program are for them to understand the extension and 4-H from the federal level down. We learned a lot about Commissioners Court this morning. There aren't any bad guys here. That's what we had to learn about. So another goal is for them to learn and apply public speaking skills. And they're to identify marketing tools and create one to use to educate others about Val Verde 4-H. Each ambassador will lead and coordinate a community service project this year, and they will all be a part of helping plan the R4H kickoff. So our senior ambassadors, we've got Bess Coggins here with us today. We have Paige Qualia, who's another senior ambassador, and Tyler Hill. And two of our senior ambassadors who couldn't be here are Sloan Taylor and Sydney Ballard. And our junior ambassadors are Juju Hill, Harrison Taylor, and Stockton Taylor. So they're going to share with you some of what we've done this summer and some of our things. So Harrison, why don't you start off?
My name is.
Why don't you get in front of the mic there so we can listen to you?
My name is Harrison Taylor, and I will be talking about the Junior Leadership Lab. There were 6 intermediate 4-Hers attended the Junior Leadership Lab. Junior Leadership Lab was a 2-day learning experience for survival skills and just mostly the survival skills, how to survive in the wild. And then it kind of helped me a lot being a leader. Something that was really fun that we did was swimming. My friends and
All right. Good job.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bess Coggins, and today I'll be talking to you about the District Horse Show and State Roundup. What the District Horse Show is it's people coming from all 4-Hers coming from our district, District 6, to compete at the district level at the District Horse Show. There were 3 members competing from Val Verde County, including myself. And I had a great time because I used the skills I learned with my horse at home, and I really got to showcase them at the district level. And it showed that my hard work paid off because I did win overall the Western and English High Point. Also, State Roundup is a state competition where Texas 4-Hers from all across Texas come to compete with their 4-H project. And it was a lot of fun because I saw friends from all across Texas that I don't usually see, and we got to compete and to catch up, and it was a lot of fun. we had 17 youth participate just from Val Verde County. And I'll also be talking to you about the sewing camp and stitch and time camp. The sewing camp 101 was well attended by 11 youth, where basic sewing skills were learned. Each participant was able to make a pillowcase at the completion of each day. Rag quilt class was a 2-day session for advanced sewers with 10 youth attending both days. The participants made a rag quilt to take home. We'd also like to say a huge thank you to the Val Verde Extension Quilters Group for facilitating the sewing camp. Stitch and Time Camp is a 2-day session in Big Springs, Texas, covering clothing and textile workshops highlighting Does to Dazzle, as well as foods and nutrition workshops highlighting Food Show and Food Challenge. 4 of our 4-H youth and 1 adult volunteer are currently attending. Our food, nutrition, and clothing textile projects teach our youth the importance of nutrition and the basics of sewing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Juju Hill. This summer we hosted a horsemanship clinic. Participants learned a variety of horsemanship skills throughout the 2-day clinic, held by our fellow 4-Hers to find out what horsemanship is all about. Participating in clinics and learning experiences is important because it allows 4-Hers to gather more information on how to get involved in our 4-H activities and projects.
Good morning, my name is Stockman Taylor. Today I'll be talking to you about record books. Record books is a book that helps you keep track of your projects. Record books are important because they measure the goals of your project and measure the goals of your project and keep track of your profit or loss. This year, 3 4-Hers have submitted theirs to the district contest.
Good morning, my name is Tyler Hill, and I'll be talking about our Youth Natural Resource Series. The Natural Resource Series will be for youth 1st grade through 5th grade. This 2-program series will teach youth about birding, wildlife habitats, soil, and our many natural resources that Val Verde County has to offer. It is important to teach our youth about the many natural resources that Val Verde County has to offer and how to identify them.
Hello, my name is Paige, and today I'll be talking about the Senior Leadership Lab and 4-H Kickoff. This year we had 4 members attend, including myself. While we were there, Bess Coggins was elected as District 6 Vice President, which qualified her to be a State Council representative. At Leadership Lab, we did many fun team-building exercises and also learned about public speaking and how to properly sit through an interview. This year's 4-H Kickoff will be August 26th at the Rotary Splash Pad. Everyone is welcome to come, and there will be free hot dogs and lots of fun. This year, it will be led by the officer and ambassador team to kick off the new 4-H year and share with potential new members the various opportunities that 4-H has to offer. I think 4-H is a great youth program because it teaches young people many life skills such as responsibility and leadership. It is also a great place to meet and get to know new people.
Thank you guys for having us. Does anybody have any questions?
No, I just want to make a comment. I'm very proud of you guys because we always hear the negative things about youth today, and groups like this are very positive to our society and to our community. I'm proud of you guys, and as a former teacher, I can say I always am proud when kids come over and they do good, and I want to commend you for all that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for y'all time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll get back.
Thank you. All right, next, we have a discuss possible action on the proposed tax, health, and employee benefit pool renewal package for final year 2018-2019.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
I'm gonna pull up my notes here, sorry. I believe you have a copy of the renewal packet,
Yes.
and everything, okay, I just wanna make sure you have that. And just the pool this year, I just want to say that we did have a pretty good year compared to last year. Okay, so last year's pool needed increase was a 7% needed increase. Okay, this year it's going to be a 2.92% needed increase. So that's the pool average. All right. So once we determine the pool average, what the needed increase that's needed for the pool to pay our reserves and to pay our bills and everything to help run the pool and everything, we go and allocate, and we look at each county individually. We look at your claims. We go back 12 months and look at your claims and everything. So your claims for the last 12 months, starting April 2018, going back 12 months. This year, you're running about a 87% loss ratio compared to last year. You were in the hundreds, so you had a little bit more higher claims for last year compared to this renewal and everything. So with that said, since the pool needed increase is 2.9%, as big as many employees that you have in Valverde County, your claims, we're looking specifically at your claims. They're very credible in projecting what we're going to need in order to pay for projecting claims for next year. So with that said, the needed increase on the medical is going to be a 2.3% needed increase. Okay. On the dental, actually the county is going to be getting a decrease, a 2.5% decrease. The life coverages, the basic employee and retiree life, there was an increase of 20%. And I've had I was in Commissioner's Court Monday. They asked me why was the needed increase needed. I go, well, when we came over with Voya 3 years ago, when we changed our life carriage from Dearborn National to Voya, they actually kept rates the same, and they actually locked us in for 3 years. Okay, so now 3 years is up, and after looking at our claims history as a pool as a whole, the 2% was the 20% was needed for the life rate. But we're talking cents in regards to the life rates and everything. Okay, so anybody have any questions on the
last year was 7%?
Last year was 7%.
What was the average?
Last year it was 7%.
I'll say across the state?
Across the state, I want to say the trend last year was running just a little below 8%, the trend. So we still came below the trend as far as statewide. This year's statewide trend was running about 6.5%. So we came under that as pool as a whole, which is 2.9. One thing that really helped bring that our pool need increase down is us or our board allowing our TAC management team to go out and consult and look into going through an RFP process as far as our pharmacy benefit manager. Okay, so our PBM. So we went out for RFPs this year, and our board elected we're going to move CVS Caremark over to a new vendor. Okay, and that's going to be Navitus. All right, so we're very excited about this new contract that we signed with Navitus. This is going to be a pure pass-through contract that we're going to have with Navitus and everything, which is we're going to get the lowest cost on these drugs up front and everything. So which is going to be very good because not only our members, but the county is going to see the lower cost going down as far as those claims up front and everything. So we're not going to be looking at trying to chase rebates or anything like that. So as you know, the pharmacy game is pretty, it's a little different and everything. So, but we needed to service our members, and like I said, we had a consultant come in and look at our contract and everything, and this is the way the board wanted to decide to go. So with that new contract, the upfront savings cost, we're able to bring our pool needed increase down to 2.92%. All right. So, any questions on that? We're going to have a webinar, email invitation. I think Judge, you're the contracting authority. I think Juanita, Ms. Varela is the HR director. You'll be getting emails on a webinar discussing the process of moving from CVS Caremark to our new pharmacy benefit manager, to Navitus. We're going to go through the process, what the county will be expecting as materials to hand out to employees. We're going to have our contacts available for videos, so employees can see videos, handouts, I can give it out as well. And if needed, if I need to come to the county and do an employee workshop to talk about that specifically, I could definitely do that as well too. Okay, so like I said, we're pretty excited about this new partnership with Navitus and everything. So that's part of the major thing that is going to be changing with the pool as a whole, is that pharmacy benefit manager change. Another addition, just real quick, we are offering a voluntary vision plan. It is not required for the county to elect this coverage, but we receive a lot of feedback from our pool members asking TAC can offer a voluntary vision, which is through Blue Cross Blue Shield, and we were able to finally get that into the works, and we're now able to offer a voluntary vision plan if the county elects to do so. Okay, so it's not required, it's just there. We want our members to know that it is there should the county want to elect those coverages.
What's the cost of that?
The cost on the voluntary, I want to say the employee only is $6, and I have to look it up, and change, which I think is a little bit more than what y'all are paying right now, I believe. Is that correct, Ms. Varela?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so.
Right now, we have through the cafeteria plan, Itopia.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of county employees are enrolled in that. The premiums in comparison are better with Itopia as far as what you pay out of pocket. What would happen if we were to go on with the vision with TAC, it would make Itopia obsolete for employees. And I think I provided the court with a memo in regards to all that.
Okay.
You offer some alternatives, plans, proposals?
Yes, sir. It's with all of our groups that have our standard TAC plans and that are grandfathered, that's automatic. We would put those G and G2 plans in there automatically, just because I know there's still a lot of counties that are still wanting to try to maintain their grandfather status and everything. So as you can see,
So these would maintain our grandfather status?
Those two
Any
would.
of those plans?
Any of those plans, those
Do you
option
have
one and
a
option two.
RX4A 600, let's see, 4AG and a 4AG2? And the only differences in is your deductibles?
Deductibles would increase from $250 to $300 and $340 for the option two. The out-of-pocket co-insurance maximum changes as well, very slightly. So we're talking about a $2,000 individual auto maximum that you currently have now. If you go to option one, it increases to $2,400, and then for option two, $2,750. Okay, so yes, those are still out-of-pocket costs that employees have to pay out of pocket. They are minimum compared to if you're trying to save a little bit more on premiums and on costs, you're going to have to change your plan. I don't want to say too drastically, but you'll have to change your plan to where your deductibles go up a little bit more compared to this. But this is going to keep you grandfathered. If you ever go to option two, if you change your plan from option two, you're going to move yourself into non-grandfather status. Okay, so we put these in here so that way, because sometimes we understand that counties still need to save some on premium, but as you can see, these are very minimal. We're talking about from your current plan to option two is about, it's between 2 and 4% costs in savings. So like I said, they're minimum savings, but it's there. But if you move anything from option two, you'll be moving into non-grandfather status.
What's our total number of employees we pay for?
On this sheet, average 254.
That we do pay for 236, Commissioner. I just had Nanny check on that.
236?
Yes.
So if the county were to renew with the renewal rates that we're offering, the 2.3% increase, the employee-only premium goes up around just a little bit over $11, I believe. $11.20, yeah. So, any questions? Any more questions on that? No? Okay.
Do we need to adopt a plan?
Y'all can today. This renewal, the deadline to sign this renewal and to accept it is July 31st. So I believe you still have another Commissioners Court this month.
We'll make a motion to approve and keep the current plan that we have. And authorize the judge to sign.
There's a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye. All those opposed, nobody, 4-0.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next, item 8, discuss possible action on the lease agreement between Valverde County and MP Radio 2, second-hand barbecue cook-off for the use of Valverde County.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second, any discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nobody, 4-0, sorry. Next, item 9, discuss possible action on the use of aqua fields for ABO, adult kickball, co-ed league.
I have a couple of concerns on this. We've spent a lot of time and money getting these fields where we need them down there.
Mhm.
And then this is an adult league. Will there be, I think we banned drinking alcohol down there.
Right. Mhm.
And I just want to make sure we don't tear up these fields in the process of using them.
No, I make sure that the fields that they use are the ones that don't have a pitcher's mound on there where we actually the old one that we were
Okay.
working on.
All right.
And,
How long will this be going through? Because I know we're going to do some improvements down there. We're gonna-
Commissioner, I can't give you, I can give you an idea, but I don't want to be wrong, so but I make sure that they don't use the fields that we worked a lot on them, the infield and all that,
Okay.
okay?
All right. Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Go ahead. You good?
I vote yes.
No, but I'm saying, any discussion?
No.
Okay. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Next, item 10, discuss possible action to purchase property conjoining with the Valverde County Fairground, from remaining funds from library bond proceeds.
Okay, Judge, I put this on the agenda. The library has been one of the best things the county's done, and any time of day that it's open, you drive by, the parking lot is completely full. And thanks to Mr. Esser, he was able to help us fund this thing through grants, and we do have money left in the grant, and there's a house right next door. I'd like to see if we could buy that to further enlarge the parking lot. And I'd like to make a motion authorizing you to negotiate for purchase of that property.
Commissioner, I have a question.
Okay, you want a second
Mr. Orloff?
before we discuss,
I'll second it
for discussion?
for discussion. What's the cost on that property, Commissioner?
Do we want
Yeah.
to save that for executive session?
Oh, yeah.
We
So
can have an executive session later on.
Okay.
Commissioner Wardlaw's asking for a motion to give the judge authority to
Okay.
negotiate.
The judge to negotiate. Can you tell us the amount that's in the grant that's?
I'd much rather not, because then if he knows how much money we've got, the person that
Yeah.
negotiates knows we've got this much money to spend.
I'll retract that
Okay,
statement.
thank you.
You're still going to be required an appraisal
Yeah.
on the property.
Judge, if I may,
Sure.
I'd just like to comment that the funds that are remaining are from the bond, not from the grant.
So this is just to authorize the judge to get an
Negotiate.
appraisal and negotiate the contract.
Yeah, because when I negotiate, it's not only negotiating, it's
Yeah.
going to throw all that demolition stuff that we do and everything else. So I don't really want to put a price up there, because it's like everybody else. If you spend between 5 and 10, they're gonna say, well, I'll spend $10.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody. 4-0. Thank you, Commissioner. Next, item 11, discuss possible action to allow Big Ben Telephone Company to open, cut, and have easement across Juno Road.
To clarify, open cut, this is a existing dirt road. What they're going to do is cut a ditch across the road, place their lines in it, and then backfill it to the required depths that the county requires. So we're just allowing them to cut across the road, place their conduit in and their telephone line, and then backfill everything.
Commissioner, was there an existing old line
No,
there before?
no.
Wasn't there a fee involved in this? I thought Mr. Attorney had.
We can't charge the telecommunication people a fee. We could charge for city services, but not for telecommunication. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Need a second? Second. Second, any more discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody.
I agree with it. That's fine.
You for it?
Yeah.
For it.
I was a little late on that.
All right, next, item 14, discuss possible action to confirm Southwest Solutions Group as a whole source for purchase and installation of storage system.
Number
You missed
12.
12.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed 12, I am so sorry. All right, number 12, consider an act upon draw request number 8 for text.cdbg grant number 7216-075 and authorize the designated signatories to sign.
Mr. Carl, can you give a little history on this?
Yeah, the designated signatory to the county judge and county auditor. This is requesting reimbursement back for the time Phil Jackson's worked over there in precinct 4 and assisted with the water line project.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any more discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Now we were 14, sorry. Item 14, discuss possible action to confirm Southwest Solutions Group as a sole source for purchase and installation of storage facilities.
Did we bid this out, or what we?
There's, on sole source procurement acceptance, a procurement method used when specifications or other conditions allow only one single vendor or manufacturer to bid or quote on a product or a service. In this case, the county clerk has submitted a sole source letter from her manufacturer. I think it's a shelving system that she's wanting to purchase and install in her office.
All right, motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Not all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Thank you. All right, next, item 15, discuss possible action to amend precinct 4 polling place, polling location for the Senate District 19 special election on July 31st, 2018.
Okay, at the last meeting, we changed St. Joseph Church to the community center. The church has notified me yesterday that they were able to move their two functions if we want to use it. I'm just asking the court, do they want to leave it at community center where we decided, or do we want to go back to St. Joseph? It's the court's decision. I did get some calls from the party chair, from the Democratic Party chair, but there was some concern because people are used to going to St. Joseph. So I wanted to just make the court aware.
I think St. Joseph is more centralized.
Okay, so I need permission to move it back.
I'll make a
to St.
motion
Joseph.
to move it back to St. Joseph.
Second.
There's a motion and a second.
Yeah, why don't you?
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0.
Thank you.
Item 16, discuss possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to transfer $15,000 from the auto line item to the office expense line item.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Yeah, good.
Motion is second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Right.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Item 17, discuss possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to sign interlocal corporation contract between Texas Facilities Commission and Beverly Sheriff's Office.
Move.
Second.
Second. There's a motion and second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Item 18, discuss possible action authorizing county judge to sign and renew the law of enforcement support office application known as the Texas 1033 Surplus Property Program.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And have a judge sign.
So there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Yes.
Sheriff went through the contract. The contract says that only the head of the law enforcement agency can sign that contract.
Okay.
We thought it was a judge, but when you read all the fine work in there, it's not.
Okay, so you want to amend your motion?
I'll amend the motion.
Second accept.
There's a motion The motion and the second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed? Nobody, 4-0. And item 19, discuss, Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez requesting authorization to submit for and accept safety equipment from 2018 Tax Risk Management Program, Employee Safety Equipment Program.
Move.
Second.
Moved in a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed? Nobody, 4-0. Item 20, monthly credit report.
Do we need to approve this one?
Yes, this one does need to be approved.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye, all those opposed, nobody. 4-0. Next, item 21, discuss possible action for the budget amendment transferring $800 from office budget travel and training.
As I had mentioned in my budget request, I would fall short this year, and next year if I wasn't granted some additional monies. I have 2 more conferences to attend, one in office.
You have the money on that?
I do have the monies in my office supplies.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0.
Thank you.
Okay, next. Need a motion to approve Human Resource Monthly Report.
Move.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Item 23, discuss possible action on a resolution authorizing the request of $500,000 to be added to Colonia Self-Help Center contract number 7217-0713 through amendment number 1. Need a motion for that?
Make a motion.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Judge, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Can you give us an update on what's taking place this past year or this fiscal year?
Oh, absolutely, sir. We closed out, just about ready to close out the old contract. That was an original $600,000 award that $300,000 was added to it, so it took us to the original close date, which would be August the 4th. We're finishing up our last 2 construction projects with that job. And this new contract was a $1 million award. We met our first benchmark of the environmental assessment for the county, so the state officially offered us an additional $500,000. And this would formalize the acceptance of that.
This coming year, are we gonna have solid waste material, money for the removal of solid waste material?
Yes, sir, there's budgeted $8,000 per precinct.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. Somebody make?
Yeah, I made the motion.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. Next, monthly auditor's report.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Okay, any discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. All right, item 25, discuss possible action on the following items, the selection of the audit committee.
Correct, Judge. We can just go with the members we had last year, or if there's any new members or deletions that we would like
It
to
was on
add.
last year.
I believe it was yourself, Commissioner Owens, tax assessor, purchasing, and treasurer.
Motion to approve.
This'll move.
Second.
Any additions, or if you want to add anybody?
No.
Okay.
And there's a motion and a second. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 4-0. And the second, approval of payments of one invoice that do not comply with purchasing policies.
Is there a list? What was that?
Yeah. It's in the bottom. It's in the packet.
It's in the packet. Yeah. Precinct 4.
Precinct 4 didn't, wow, follow the rules? My first time in the whole year.
Yeah, right.
First time that they follow the rules or they don't follow the rules? All right,
I'm willing to pay out of my pocket.
Motion to approve.
there's a motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed.
First time y'all see precinct 4 on there, y'all get excited.
And we'll mention it, you didn't follow the rules.
Can I see?
All right,
Oh, sure.
4-0. Thank you.
She's got to prove it.
Ms. Smith, do we need to go to executive session?
Only if y'all want to talk about that property. We don't have anything specific.
Okay. Anybody want to talk about anything else? If not, okay. No executive session. Next, any subdivision plats to be approved, John? Any certificates of compliance? Okay. All right, we need a motion to approve the monthly report from the bid.
Move.
So moved.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nobody? We need a motion to approve the bills for payment.
Move.
Second.
So move, who?
He made a motion.
He moved, he made a motion, and Commissioner Flores seconded. All right? There's a motion, a second. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody? I do have some comments, on the county judge's comments. I will be going to Washington, traveling on Monday and coming back on Thursday. As you all know, I've been working on, with the city and the military affairs to do things for Laughlin to grow. Now, we've done everything there that the Pentagon, or the Secretary of the Air Force wanted us to do to make sure that the Laughlin would grow. We've done all the things done, the West Gate, the drain, the awnings, the STEM school, grow your own program. We even did, pass a bill that protects windmills from 25 miles in encroachment from the runway. So now we're going back and say, okay, we've done our part, send us more pilots to be trained. Hopefully we can go from 350 to 400 this year. I had said this 2.5 years ago, and I think we're at the stage, at the cusp of being a proof of that, and that's economic growth for the whole community, the county, the city, and all the businesses. So I'm very fortunate to go back again next week, hopefully with good news, bring back. And I don't see, after talking yesterday with Madison Group that helped us lobby, I will be meeting the Secretary of the Air Force and the Chief of Staff for the Air Force next Tuesday and Wednesday. And so I hope to bring great news to the community. And again, it took everybody's effort, the whole community. It's not just myself, it's the Commissioner's Court, it's the city, it's the both chambers, and it's military affairs, hoping to bring good news. And I will mention it next meeting, see how it goes.
Judge, first of all, congratulations.
Thank
I know
you.
you've been working really hard on that project. And secondly, are you sure you have enough money in your budget?
Well, I made sure, because that I didn't travel at all this year, so I would have enough money for this trip.
Because this would be the time to ask for a transfer.
Yeah, no, I made sure that I hadn't done any trips at all, nothing at all. And like I said, I hope to bring great news. I have nothing but great hope for this.
Well,
You can follow the rules, right?
Yeah. Okay? Okay, nothing else? Any else? Comment? If not, means adjourned.
Thank you.